Paranoid Radio.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so today we are going to be touching a very home field subject, and this does not make us any less or anybody if you feel any certain type of way. So please do not take this personally. We hope that you guys enjoy from this, and this video / message / podcast episode is definitely dedicated to my son, Nathan Perez. May you learn from everything that we say. May you see me as a good father, but if you don't, it was only meant to better you where I have failed. So without further ado,
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles.
yes sir, we back at it like you're crack at it like we never had it, Big Daddy. What's shaking?
Give me the color of the wild, fool. Give me the color of the wild.
Oh.
What the fuck? Wait. Wait.
Sorry, that was your mating call. That was your mating call.
That was the mating call. Yeah, mating. The color of the wild, fool. That was dumb. That was dumb. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I am Trebles Garcia, the humble host of this amazing podcast, and joining me in the ones and twos is the best host on the motherfucking planet, a big tech. Salute.
Salute. What's shaking, everybody? How's everybody doing? How's everybody going? What's everybody up to?
That is right. Welcome to Paranoid Radio Podcast, the best show with the best content for the best fucking listeners. You, the probers, the probe nation, the people getting probed every day by our fucking sound waves.
Yes, sir. And
ladies and gentlemen,
shout out to the boss for the massive burrito that I'm gobbling.
She put that meat in your taco. I mean, your burrito. Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and you can find Paranoid Radio Podcast now on Amazon Music, absolutely free on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Again, drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps other people enjoy the show as much as we enjoy making it. Ladies and gentlemen, with no more further ado, we have a deep topic with testimonies, with delivery, with banter, with facts that you could hashtag GTS that shit. But before all of that, Big Tank, give me the best fucking segment on the motherfucking planet. It's a bird. It's a plane. Nope. It's Paranoid Radio. Big Tank, what is happening?
What is happening? You guys know the deal. This is the best segment of the show. Let me give you a quick rundown. I'm going to give you guys 2 stories.
Oh, shit. My bad. We're not mating.
The pheromones are kicking in.
My bad. And we take that to the bank of Nelly.
Yes, sir. And we are going to be dropping bombs today. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, them people straight up like that.
That's right. Okay.
Hey, we're even bombing motherfuckers. Your generations are going to feel it, all right? That's how big the aftershock is going to be, all right?
That's fucked up. You can't say that. I'm going to have to take that. You can't say that. That's going to cause some emotional damage. What's up, Doc? What's up? What you got?
Let's jump into the main thing right now. What the hell is going on? What the fuck is happening? El Nino is coming in if it's not already here. I know we spoke about it last subject, but they have officially said this is the craziest weather SoCal has ever seen in over 20 years. So we brought that up. Now let me expand on it. We are getting drizzling rain a week from it being officially summer. Drizzling rain. And it's affecting everybody. Okay, from the very least, it's affecting people's work, people's living conditions, people that have to take their kids to school walking. Okay, it's affecting money. Crops are being affected. You had that whole revival of lake up in NorCal because of everything that happened. People had already built homes. They lost all of that. You know how bad that was for people? So I want to dive on a real, just quick one. What do you think is happening, Trebles? Do you think it's something that meant to happen?
No, it's if you're asking the conspiracy theorists what the fuck's happening with the climate, there's no such
That's
thing
exactly
as
what I'm
climate change or anything that's being unnatural. I do think that we are manipulating the fucking climate so much that it is changing, but it's being caused by man, not by petroleum, not by fucking fossil fuels, by fucking HARP, HAARP, and by fucking weapons that of mass destruction that not only the U.S. holds but also our adversaries. I honestly think that it's being used so that they could push on this agenda of climate change upon us, and then eventually move us only into EV, which is electric vehicles, and then eventually put us on the electric grid, which only puts us more to be subjected into the electric grid system.
I like that. My whole thing about EV is having control whether you have or not. As it is, petroleum was scarce in the 90s and in the early 2000s, where you had to have a number or your license plate had to end a certain way for you to collect gas. Okay, we haven't had that in 20 plus years. Yeah, this happened in the 90s and 80s and the early 2000s.
Hashtag look that up.
Yeah, let's go check it out. A lot of people, depending on your license plate or certain areas, it would be how you'd be determining when you were allowed to go get gas, because we were in a real shortage. Yes, believe it or not.
Talk about discrimination.
And the prices weren't that outrageous. And talk about the prices not being that outrageous. And now look at them. We have enough petroleum, but the prices go up, allegedly. So my main thing is having an electric vehicle and then people shutting off the power to it remotely, or just not letting you to refuel it.
Yep.
We've all seen it. A lot of these electric vehicles do not allow you to get in unless it has some type of charging. They will be completely down. You cannot even get into it. I'll give you a good example. The BMW i8 ran out of battery, and they still haven't fixed this problem to this very day, where you cannot get in it without a jump start, and you can't jump start it in any type of way because everything is locked. When you try to get the hood, how do you do it? You pop it from the inside. Unless you're going to tell me you want to break a glass window just to recharge it, which is going to be an extra expense, and who knows. For all that we know, Tesla's going to be like, oh, that window cost fucking 10 G's to replace. What's up to you?
It costs the same as another new car.
Exactly. So, I mean, something is definitely happening. I'm not going to rule out the whole conspiracy. I'm also not going to rule out the whole climate change. Because what a lot of people don't get is that there was an ice age, okay? Before that, there wasn't so much ice.
Yep, younger and the older dryas, yep.
Yes. So, stuff is supposed to melt. You get me? I'm not saying we're not supposed to have ice, but stuff is supposed to melt. So I'm not fully against it. You get me?
Well, I have to tell you this. I'm melting your mouth, not on your hand, girl.
All right. So on to the next one, my people.
I got one too. So it's going to be 3 stories today. I got to add another one to it.
Bet. All right, on to the next one. Are you guys feeling some type of way with the whole... what's the best way to put it? What's the nicest way to put it? Are you feeling some type of way about your local government, which is something that has always been affecting us? We always feel that the senators, the mayors of each city, of each county never do anything for us. What if I could tell you? Well, to that point, even yes. What if I were to tell you that we could be facing the idea of being able to swap out individuals a lot easier, especially when we don't feel that we're doing their job?
What?
So, there is a bill, because if you guys don't know this, a lot of senators can run consistently for the same office. There is some type of system and checks balances in place, but it's nothing how we imagine it to be, the very least. So what if I were to tell you that your vote could be counting a lot more to actually feel that you're being heard? But this is my problem with that. People have a mouth, so they choose to talk for free, even if they don't understand all the facts. They will throw it out there like nobody's opinion. There's a saying in Spanish: "Si no te piden las nalgas, no las des." Okay. Whoa. Yes. So what it roughly translates to: if they're not asking for your cheeks, don't give them out. Okay.
Oh, damn. It sounds even worse than English.
I know, right? I know. But it is
so I
true.
Could add to that. It is a little not easier, but it is. Your voice is being. You could even call in when they're passing the bill. For example, yesterday on the 12th of June, they passed a the judicial offices of California and Sacramento passed a law called AB 957, which allows a 12-year-old to get emancipated by social workers and the child services if the parent does not affirm their gender analysis status, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Which means my 12-year-old daughter can fucking emancipate herself in case I don't agree being gay, or don't agree with her being a fucking half zebra, half mammoth, whatever the fuck she wants to be, right? Okay, so it's retarded as fuck. So it went through the judicial system. However, you could also there's gonna be there's a way to fucking you're still laughing about that shit. Well, the point is, you can also reverse it if you call in and you express your opposition on the bill by just even calling in if you can't make it up to Sacramento, which means it is kind of easier now to understand, to read upon those fucking bills and also to oppose them. So it does make sense. But guys, that bill did go through. It's in the Senate now. The only way to fucking push back on it here for us Californians is to make your voice be heard as a parent. Or else you're gonna have all these predators out there for your kids.
We talked about this, but I really do believe that your children should fear you out of respect.
Hey, I like that.
And I don't mean it in the nastiest way that you need to have an iron fist or anything like that.
That's what I mean. I don't give a fuck.
Correction. If you listen to the conversation, we don't give a fuck, all right? But I do believe in that there should be a borderline line of respect, and I am not afraid to go old school as the way I was taught. You get me? Don't get me wrong.
That's right.
In no way am I a perfect son. In no way am I a perfect father.
I'm perfect. God made me in his image. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he had all the leftover parts, shook them together, and he said,
"What
here you go, fool." That's
fuck?
exactly what happened. God went, shake your dice and roll one. Good enough.
All right, can I go to the third one real quick before you end
Get it.
Las Vegas had a massive alien sighting through a Latino family. My tocayo, the guy that we called out to the cops, his name is Angel. He leaked.
We can't believe him, man. We can't believe him, then.
No, fuck you. What up? He really leaked the fucking video. Check this out. The video is out everywhere. He dropped 1, 2, 3, and he's asking everybody that does video editing, people to slow down the video, render it, and find the fucking bodies, how the bodies looked. It turns out that there is 2 10-feet shadowy figures with big bright eyes. Dog, we are not alone. Like, we're an inch and a half. We are 1 tank size dick away from finding out that we're not alone in the universe, or at least we're not the only fucking bipedal species here in this fucking in this country and this fucking globe. Ladies and gentlemen, this is fucking big. It's probably the biggest. Look, I'm telling you this right now. No, wait, just wait. It's the biggest piece of evidence from civilians that recently happened. And yesterday, while they were passing that law in California, NASA and the Defense Department of the United States of America put out a fucking meeting for the media, all right? A media meeting, like what you call the fucking council meeting, what the fuck they call it, where all the fucking newscasters go and they interview. And they said that we are now taking a serious tone in the investigations and the disclosure of the possibility of us not being alone in the universe, and that we are being visited by the fucking aliens today. The government knows about it, NASA knows about it, and NASA said for the first time ever, and I'm using quotation marks, NASA means to see in German, people. NASA just said they will be crystal clear with all the evidence they get and all the research they find. This is big.
Bullshit.
This is big. But I mean, big, bro. This is big, bro. This is huge. This is like Donald Trump fans moving. Huge. It's gonna be huge, bro.
Bro, it is fucking wild to say the very least.
Yeah.
We are.
I just want to bring that in.
Expressing the only thing that I can get, and I know even a clock is right 2 times out of the year. But the only thing that I can get is that everything they're showing is typically what we would call aliens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. So you guys know the deal. This is the best segment of this show. Let them know what you're thinking. Let them know what you're not thinking. On to the main conversation. I swear, we'll see you next time.
That's right. Emotional damage. That is right, Big Tank. Thank you for those two amazing stories. As always, loading up the fucking cages with gunpowder to make that shit go boom. Ladies and gentlemen, that is right. We have an amazing episode lined up for you guys. As a matter of fact, today we are celebrating not fucking the alphabet letter fucking month. We're celebrating mental health for men. Men's Mental Health Month. So the people that do not know, I'm going to start off with that. Today, this month is also celebrating, not celebrating, but mental health awareness. Now, Big Tank, do you think we all need a little emotional distress to shape up, or at least to a degree? The timeline I come from, or I can say we come from, emotional damage would make you into a rock hard killer, a manipulator, a businessman, a tyrant, a gangster. Nowadays, it makes you emotional distress makes you into a soft punk bitch with gender dysphoria with a need to shove your face inside a nutsack of pharmaceutical drugs. Not that that's any better, but I'd rather be and live through emotional wounds and physiological trauma back then than in today's world. Emotional maturity and mental health are today's biggest issues, guys. Victimization of oneself and physical traumatization are today's pop culture, and shooting up in elementary school is the end goal. Ultimately, what has changed? Why is it that back then you would run into the storm like a bison rather than run from the thunder like a wet dog? Woo!
What the fuck does school shooting got to do with anything with this part?
Mental health, and most of them are men, and this is what it happens. It goes unchecked.
I wouldn't say that.
Then what causes somebody going to a fucking? That's a good argument to start.
Their beliefs overall. A lot
mental
of
health.
Mental health. I wouldn't say mental health. Some people just have their own set of beliefs.
And they all happen to be trans.
No. They were no. The recent ones were trans, but let's go back even just 3 years ago. They were not all trans. Let's not change the agenda either. The recent ones were trans. I'll give you that. You get me? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna deny that. But go back just 3 years, and most of those have nothing to do with LBGT, whatever it is movement. You get me? Mm-hmm. I mean, so I wouldn't say that. A lot of these
you don't think
have their own ideas.
Okay, those belief systems and ideas are a form of mental disorder, a mental health crisis, emotional damage.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say that either. Because if you're raised a certain way and that's how you are, that's what I'm saying. Thinking. That's not mental health. That's not mental health. Mental health to me, in any ways, mental health to me is reaching a tipping point that you don't know what you're doing. Okay. Big difference.
Look, if you are brought in a home that shows you hate and you're racist, you're getting put through some trauma and you become a racist and you go shoot a fucking elementary school. Emotional damage, mental health.
That example, yes. That example, I'll give it to you, yes.
In what example do you think that a person going to an elementary school is not emotional damage and mental health crisis? What scenario?
In the simple belief that I'll give you another one. Another guy that was raised when he did the whole liquor store shooting or market shooting. He was racist. Yes, he was racist. He came in enacting a full Call of Duty scene, but there was nothing triggered him. He came from a perfect happy family. His dad wasn't racist or anything. It's just people pick up their own beliefs. Nobody ever tells an addict to pick up drugs. Nobody ever pushes them to it. It's because they want to.
I like that. You fought me for another. I get it now. Because he comes from a privileged family. He was well treated. And somehow, somewhere down the line, he got distorted where he started believing some shit. And then he got some hatred to kill somebody at a fucking store. Call of Duty style. Your words.
It could have been a simple thing as it just being.
Do you think traumatic events are needed in today's culture for us to shape up and grow character?
No. So
can I give you an example? I have a testimony.
Yeah. Go ahead.
For example, before I jump into the details of what the men's suicidal rate is in this country alone, because we want to talk about that too. I am gonna say that as a testimony, I must say, dog, I have a daughter, and when the way I'm upbringing her is, if you fall down, it's get up and clean up your knees. It's okay to cry, but don't ask for help when you got yourself in that predicament. Obviously, I'm letting her do dangerous things safely, if that makes any fucking sense. I'm letting her be a kid at the same time. I know she's fragile and I know she's a female, but that doesn't impair her. That doesn't make her handicapped. She needs to grow. She needs to have some character build up. She needs to grow and know that everything you do in life, either good or bad, every decision you make will lead to a consequence. Some of the consequences are falling down and ripping up a little bit of your knee. Throw some spit on it, rub some dirt, get up, and fucking climb that ladder again. So again, that's a little traumatic event. She felt pain, and it's traumatizing, and even some sort of emotional damage happened there. However, it's building on her character. What do you say on that?
I don't agree with you 100%.
Okay.
I am also hard on my child, but I also instill those values through me. So anything that I can do, he should be able to do. If I fall and I don't cry, I want him to see that and not learn it firsthand. Because I do want him to see that I'm not making him do something impossible. And not only that, it's okay to ask for help, which is what occurs in mental health. People not asking for help.
Yes, men mostly, because society builds you to a spot where you cannot ask for help.
So I've always said this, and we've had this convo before.
Yes, sir.
That my dad is a good dad. I'm not gonna classify him as a great dad.
I testify to that word. I know your dad. He's a great man.
He really is. I mean, but in some aspects, I want to say I'm thriving more than him right now because of the way I raised my child. And not because he couldn't, maybe he just didn't have the time. Obviously, things change. He's not the same person he was 10 years ago as he is now, or whatever it is, or even 20 years back. But realistically speaking, I want to say in some things I am a little bit greater than him. I do have a little bit more time with my child. I do have more flexible hours. Because I remember my dad growing up having some fucked up ass schedule.
Can you give me an example? Can you give me an example on how you think you're thriving better than your dad, which is great. I applaud you for that, and I agree with that too. I think you're an amazing dad. I'm not gonna be. You're one of the father figure persons that I have in my family. I mean, not my. Well, I call you my family, but in my circle. I've told you that before on the show.
So one of the main things, and this is just me, it might seem, oh, that's normal dating, that's something you should be doing, but not a lot of people are doing, is just basically spending time or just contributing time to taking them to the store, to the park, or doing something like that on a constant basis.
Be more emotionally effective to you or opened?
Yes, definitely. So, I mean, I'll give you something. My dad only had us growing up. My dad had Tuesdays and Wednesdays off. So we wouldn't see him unless we were in summer break. And in summer break, those were the days that I cherished the most, because those days we would actually go to the Swami or somewhere to go walk around. And I remember us being a whole family going during that time. But once school started, we didn't really see him. Why? Because either he'd be working really late, getting off 6, 7 p.m., which is pretty late by standards. You can't really go outside or do anything.
The regular for a Mexican dad who work 10 to 12 hours a day.
And realistically speaking, a lot of people don't want to do much. I suffer from that. Sometimes in the weekend, I really don't want to do too much. Sometimes I want to stay home, but I push myself and I force myself, or my wife even forces me to, hey, let's do something. Come on, do something for the baby. Do something for the baby. Okay, no problem. Yeah. I mean, that's what I want to say. I'm thriving a little bit more than my pops, but because I have the time allotted to me. I don't know how the schedule is.
So, emotional damage to a sense, but let me tell you something. Exactly what I was pointing out. Emotional damage to a sense. Maybe you're not like me that I'm allowing my daughter to fall and pick up herself in the dirt. Maybe not that type of damage. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna be honest with that one.
Okay, the emotional damage that you went through allowed you to build on your character, and now you broke that chain and allowing your kid to live a better childhood than you did. So in a sense,
or I hope so. I mean, I don't want to throw no dirt on it, but I mean, there are people that come from a full family. You get me? A well-off family, or
my brother. Perfect example. One of my brothers. I'm not gonna burn him out, but one of my brothers. He's clean now. He's getting off drugs. He's gained so much. He's gained like 80 pounds. The dude looks great now. And I applaud him, and I pray to God every single day that he continues on this path. However, he comes from a full nuclear family. You know how my dad is. You know how my mom is. You know, my mom used to cook meals for us. I'm adopted by that family, Mexican family, full put together. There's kids. There's fucking Christmases. There was gifts over the time. You know, they celebrated birthdays. The full 365 days of power, love, and nuclear power in there. In that family was very put together. You know, you've spent some nights at my house and you know what's up. Now, there was culture, there was traditions, etc., etc., etc. Now there was always food, nothing missing. Now, one of my brothers, unfortunately, suffered through some emotional damage that he couldn't bear through, and become a fucking drug addict. Which also helps me to push. That was that little testimony and example. Helps me to push on the next fucking part that you wanted to bring in, and I'm gonna fucking jump on it, and you could add to it, dog. This is the month of men's awareness, men's mental health. Men's suicide rate is over the fucking roof. Just an example, in 2021, over 100,000 individuals died suicided, and over 40% was men. And the rate of suicide is in the highest of middle-aged white men. In 2021, men died in suicide 4 times more than women. On average, there is 132 suicides a day. White males accounted for 69% of those suicides in 2021. Check this out. And last statement I'm gonna bring in before you come in. In the United States, the suicide rate amongst males is 4 times higher than females. Male deaths represent 79 of suicides amongst the roughly of 105 men die every single day. And 16 of every 100 men have suicidal thoughts every day, a common everyday illness. There's more men thinking of suicide out here than women using protection in the fucking streets. That's not a lie. Hashtag Google that shit. GTS that shit.
This motherfucker connected mental awareness to bitches using or not using protection. God,
Yo. Okay. 16 men out of 100. 100 men is a little bit, though. There's 100 men in one block. There's 100 men in white warehouse, in a warehouse next to me. Like, you know what I'm saying, dog? That means 16 of those men are thinking of killing themselves today. Deep, dog. That's deep. That's deep. They're not committing suicide, but they're thinking of suicide. And what brings you up to this? Why is it? Culture and mental health for men. Men need to be protected. They need to provide. They need to profess love. They need to get taken. They could get robbed. It doesn't matter. They get broken. They have broken by responsibilities. They have to hide pain, illness, alcohol. They have drugs abuse. They have to hide it. They just need to survive. You erase men from society, and women get raped mentally, and children get molded by emotional wreckers. Society wins.
Not necessarily. Okay.
So give me what you think.
To a sense, the body is only as strong as the mind. Okay, to start off with. Okay. All those facts are true. A lot of the show is actually inspired by one of my boys named Chicha. He brought it up, and that's when we started spitballing this one.
That's right.
So
give me some of that. Give me some of that.
Yeah, definitely. Props to Chicha on this one.
Oh, and thank you for your service, Chicha, because he's also a former military member. He is also a veteran, so much love.
Agreed. But okay, so as a figure, and I think we've both gone through this pretty recently, when you were unemployed, you were focusing and rushing on looking for a job because your job is a provider. You are a provider. You want to do the best that you can for your family. Money starts running short. Even I do that. Start thinking about, fuck, what do I do? What I sell? Do I have to go to Garvey and sell my butt cheeks? I would be dishonest to tell you that, hey, I think I could solve my family's problem by letting them cash out on my life insurance policy. Because I do have a $500,000 life insurance policy on me.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow.
So I technically do fit the statistics, where I could say I could give them a small short-term lifespan at the cost of my life. Doesn't mean I've done anything. I hand on the Bible. I haven't thought about anything, but I have thought about me having a $500,000 life insurance policy.
Tank, you know you could talk to me, dog. Whenever you need a homie,
it's
dog,
nothing
I'm
like
here.
that. Okay, it's nothing like that.
We talk 4 times a day.
It's a possibility. Fool. It's a possibility. Okay?
Are you telling me something?
I haven't. No.
Are you screaming for help?
Am I screaming for help?
I'm here, dog.
Like a wrecking ball.
I love it. Okay. Finish it.
No. But realistically, I could say I do have that option of providing my family a short-term relief if I wasn't here. Could they be off for a couple hours?
It's fucking sad, dog. That's fucking
sad. It is sad. But as a provider, you want to do the best that you can. For example, your girl starts getting older, or even your current little girl. You get me? Let's say she's asking for something and she deserves it. Let's say she deserves it, but you just got no means for it. Guess what you're gonna do? You're going to find a way to try to get it. You're going to try to do the impossible.
Absolutely.
So whenever you're faced along the harsh wall of it, for example, how hard is it for a actual person to buy a house in this day and age? Really hard. Really, really
Absolutely.
hard.
Especially in California.
If you don't have over, I'm gonna say 80K saved up, you're probably not gonna get it even with all these assistants. So put yourself in somebody's shoes, my shoes, where I'm like, shit. I'm like, I think I'm worth more dead than alive to my family. Shit, with 500K, you could actually think about it, brainstorming. Not saying I have done anything, but be like, all right, 100K down for a house, or buy off a $350, $400 house. They have 100K to renovate it, and have her figure it out later. But it'll bring them a little bit something that I couldn't, or I might not be able to, or who knows if I can or I can't. You get me?
What can you do to avoid that? Can men speak out loud? Who do they speak to?
They should be able to. They should be able to. Realistically, how many times have we said that we don't have, as we get older, men don't have a big circle? They have, if they're lucky, 3 to 5 people. And this is almost a statistic. I don't know the number. But realistically, how many can you actually say you actually have in one hand that are willing to ride or die for you? Okay?
Yeah, I have. Only very few.
Okay, exactly.
Only a few main squeezes. Yep.
Exactly. You could ask anybody, any real male. I know the females like to think that they all have friends, but they're all backstabbing whores that are just fucking
Women are vicious. That's all I'm gonna say. And I don't want to fucking jump into women situations because this is talking about men, okay?
But men are completely different. Hey, so we could Trebles, am I not wrong? We could be at each other's throats saying "fuck you." Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna play Call of Duty. Let's go on. You down
and
or what?
We'll put a pause on our fight, and then we'll come back to it later because we need to get these motherfuckers. We need to get these suckers.
We can't play.
We cannot play randoms.
And teach them why they call me Big Chief, because I'm part Indian, because I write them mom bitches bareback straight up like that.
hey. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, let me continue. Low self-esteem is one of the biggest triggers and emotional problems that men have today. Low self-esteem creates emotional self-inflicting wounds, uncontrollable emotional reactions, never allowing you to take action, just reacting, which lead you to damaged amygdalas and a prefrontal cortex, which leads to overeating, over suicidal thoughts, which then leads to suicide and emotional damage on your kids and family, a chain reaction that traumatizes an erasable emotional mutilation. Ladies and gentlemen, then you also have drugs and dopamine effects, chaotic sleep schedules, eating habits, addictions that lead to emotional damage. Social media, the biggest reason why youth today take their life. Now, I'm bringing social media in because we also have not only grown-man problems, but teenage men problems. Young males out there. As we mentioned in our episode, MySpace, you have to look it up. Today's kids are infatuated with the best looks, behaviors, and social media status. Kids are now more concerned on how tank tops look with a diaper mask rather than developing social mannerism, using facial expressions. Women are poisoned to want bigger tits. Young men have the biggest dicks. Young adult girls have marathons and having the mostest dick. Everyone wants to look like these trend-setting influencers that promote an easy life and have no skill set aside from shaking ass and destroying the next generation to come and poach on emotional, unstable children, aka predators. Now, this is just my personal testimony. I know I worded that that was a mouthful, but ladies and gentlemen, we're all going through it. I have a 12-year-old daughter. And again, baby girl, I fucking love you. But if I see any fucking shit of you shaking ass or having any male interaction, you're going to El Salvador onto a Christian school by your grandma, and she's going to own your ass with no cell phone. And it's good guy, bye-bye, night-night, one cell, one pillow, knockout. Sorry, I had to say that.
So you're mad that you don't want your girl to be a daddy issue girl. Okay. But somehow you've been preying on them your whole life.
I have no. Don't word that way.
No. Okay, I'm not gonna word it exactly that way.
Yeah, because it sounds like I'm predating on girls. This stupid dumbass.
I'm not okay. You're not predating on girls.
Oh, but I'm women with daddy issues.
Yes. I don't want to use those exact words. Okay.
Wait. Yo. The reason I used to go for women with daddy issues. I think we all know why.
Okay,
The reason that's happening is because I have some emotional damage myself. I'm gonna give you guys something. I'm gonna give you. Fuck you. Hey, can I give you a quick testimony? You know, when I was a kid, I was living with my real mom, and I was 7 years old. This is the last time she ever hit me with a belt, and she hit me so hard in my legs that when I went back to school, and I was 7 years old, my teachers called CPS and the counselor and the social children protective services on me because there was marks on my legs from the belts that the way she hit me on the belt. So what happened was the social workers came to the house and told her that if they find out that she's whipping my ass, that they were going to take me away. So instead of stop whipping my ass, she stopped whipping my ass in the legs. And then after when they left, she took off my feet, she took off my shoes, she took off my socks, and then she whipped me on the bottom of my fucking feet. And then I couldn't walk for days, and I wouldn't even go to school because I was so fucking whipped. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by Los Cuñados Bullies. Get your Frenchie Dons and your puppy gorillas today with Los Cuñados Bullies, the best fucking dogs in all Southern California. That's right. So she whipped my ass so fucking hard and beat my ass still to this. So that created emotional damage, and that it allows me not to let people see my feet or touch my feet. And that's emotional damage.
So, okay, I love how you brought that in, because at the end of the day, emotional damage can be physical, can be mental. I had another earlier.
Mhm.
I want to say it was probably like 2 weeks ago. I told my son, he's still how do you call it? Clumsy, klutzy. I don't know how you want to put it.
Yeah, he's still a baby, dude.
If he carries a bottle or something of water, and he'll have it like this, and he'll do full motions. We know we're not supposed, when we carry something with liquid or anything, we're supposed to carry it straight as
Can I laugh?
possible.
Don't get mad.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And I literally told him, Nathan, you drop it, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh,
Like with the most serious tone.
okay.
So he does it real carefully, puts it on the thing, puts it too close to the edge, and he's jumping around on trying to get on the sillon. He hits the table and he falls.
The sillon, ladies and gentlemen, the sillon means sofa. Sorry.
Oh yeah, the sofa. He tries to get on the sofa. He knocks it over, and guess what? He looks at me with the most serious, saddest face that he thought he was gonna get beat up. I get it. Accidents happen. I'm not. It was more of a mental way of me telling him, "Hey, be really careful."
Yeah,
I wasn't.
He caught
literally
the message. He caught the message. He just wasn't able to perform the duty.
Yes, but he was like so freaking like, "Dad's gonna hit me. Dad's gonna hit me."
Yeah,
no, it wasn't even like, yeah. But in all reality, I wasn't. I was just trying to tell him, "Hey, be as careful as you can," reinforcing the quote unquote idea, and that's a form of physical damage I could be doing. I mean, mental damage that I'm doing.
Yeah, but you didn't hit him. But you didn't hit him.
No, I didn't hit him. I didn't hit him. Why? Because
he knew. See, okay. I think, yeah, it's a form of emotional damage, but I mean, there's a rule, dog. I live by this rule. Either you fear me or respect me, but you're not gonna disrespect me. So at that moment, he feared you, and he respects you so much that he really tried not to drop you.
Yes.
And they're dropping it. I get you. Okay, good.
So
now,
I mean,
what? Okay, finish it.
No. It's that type of deal where I would want him to be able to come to me, because I mean, we're facing a lot of issues that we've never dealt with. I mean, let's talk about debt. Let's talk about student loans, future student loans he could be inheriting or anything like that. And you know how easy it is to get a credit card nowadays? They'll hand them out to you, but you'll never be able to pay it off until like 10 years later.
I really hope that one of the things that your son never goes through is losing his dad to a suicide. So don't. That's
a heavy burden, of course.
As a homie, I'm telling you right now that if you need to talk or you need money, you need to do something, dog. Let me know, fool. All right, fool. My butt cheeks are your butt cheeks. My dick is your dick. Whatever you need, dog. Chop it up.
Is your dick. My dick is your dick.
Yo, so this is how to feel better, ladies and gentlemen. To close this fucking show, I want to bring up a little bit more of a fucking uplifting and how to fix your life. Now, by all means, this is just my personal testimony. Each one of us has a different role in this life. Now, how to feel better? One little achievement at a time. Like, for example, I wake up in the fucking morning. The first thing I do is 30 push-ups. I achieved my 30 push-ups and I feel like I conquered something in the day. Having a sense of conquerism, that you conquered something throughout the day as a man, it gives you a sense of fucking power, morality. It gives you a sense of energy, and you wake up you go through your fucking day conquering the rest of your fucking day, task by task. meditation, drinking a lot of water, changing small patterns like trying new pissing poses. Have you ever noticed that when you piss, you have a pissing pose? We're all men here. Come on, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we all men here. Well, not the ladies, but we're all men, guys. So no, check it out. Try doing different pissing poses and master a new pissing pose, a more challenging pissing pose, and give yourself that mental gymnastic. It'll help you out. Guys, this is not lying. Gaming is another way of outlet, guys. Believe it or not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Releasing that anger, releasing that aggression.
Releasing that anger, busting ass on those motherfuckers coming in. Yeah, what you said about my mama, bitch? Bam, I fucked your sister. All that good shit. You know what, dog? You know what's up. Changing hands when masturbating. Believe it or not, it also helps because you conquer a different thing. Guys, come on, dog. We're all here.
Makes it feel like a stranger. Makes it feel like a stranger.
Makes you feel like a stranger. Hey, guys, wait. One question. If you use your entire arm to masturbate, you're doing it wrong. The power is in the wrist. The flicker of the wrist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, check this out. Yo, mastering a new language. Watching hunting or fishing shows. Hunting, going fishing, cooking, and even writing a comic book about yourself.
Or
that's
a fucking fishing.
Essentially, changing small habits and making small achievements every day of a kind, refocusing and re-challenging your focus and mental capabilities. It helps you use up every minute of your day and keep yourself improved and also entertained.
Agreed.
There's a message in Spanish from a corrido that goes like this: Si no sirves pa matar, eres bueno pa que te maten. So don't be the person that gets murdered. Be the fucking shooter. All right, guys.
Yeah, it's a little harsh, but okay.
Big Tag, do you think anything else that you want to bring into the show to close it up, dog? Because this is a very important topic.
Very, very important.
We have a bag on our hands.
Yeah, definitely. Something super uber important. It's like next to the Bible, what I'm about to say. Los Cuñados stickers are officially out. They are officially out. And some of y'all might be getting in my nap, but they out.
All right, Los Cuñados Bullies, our longest and first ever real sponsor out here in the streets making fucking moves in LA. Ladies and gentlemen, I also have an announcement for you guys. The shirts are ready. I'm picking them up on Wednesday morning. Our new batch of free giveaway shirts and hats are out, and with the care packages for the listeners, or drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and send us a DM about it. For the people that send us this, we'll be receiving a care package with a shirt, a hat, and a pair of stickers from Los Cuñados Bullies. That is right.
Agreed.
All right, guys.
Next time, dog. This was fun.
That is right. Let them know where they can find you one last time.
You guys want to catch me EKNAT.626 or Los_Cuñados_Bullies on Instagram. Go check it out. Woo, till the next time.
That is right. You can also find us at paranoidradio.com. Make sure to drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps other people enjoy the show as much as we enjoy making it. Paranoid Radio Podcast in the fucking house. Guys, hug your fathers, hug your brothers, hug your husbands. Give them a rose. A lot of the men, most men, go a lifetime without receiving a rose until the day they die. So give it some thought. Peace out.